Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. And we do this live every weekday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Chatmosa. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Tuesday, November 18th. So with me on the mic, I have some fabulous co-hosts, my Icy Chili, my Libra Queen, my Gorgeous Moon, and my favorite Taurus. Hey, y'all.
Hello.
How
Good
y'all doing?
morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. And I want to give everyone a kind reminder about my hot tea cold cash giveaway. So, to look at the terms and conditions, just head over to auntiederek.com/hot tea cold cash. Again, that's auntiederek.com/hot tea cold cash. How you get entries into my giveaway: you RSVP to every show, you attend the live show and stay in its entirety, and you post my show on social media using the hashtag Auntie Derek, excuse me. And a huge shout out to my baby Hammy who won first week's giveaway. So I hope you didn't spend all that money in one place. Yes. Oh, go ahead, favorite Taurus.
So I had a question for the giveaway as well. So for each of the ways to enter, are those individual entries or are they all considered one?
They are individual entries. So with all that I said, you have a chance to get 3 entries per day. 3 individual entries per day. So yes, honey. So y'all get those entries in. Don't let Hammy take all that money. That's the last bitch I want to take all the money from this show, honey. The much shit does that bitch be talking about me. But anyway, but yes, y'all get your entries in. And again, that website is auntiederek.com/hot tea cold cash. Okay, so I think we can go ahead and just jump right into the tea, honey.
Tea time.
Yes, honey. And so we like to start off with, some Diddy news. I feel like now TMZ has this as a news story. I feel like this is just repeat information that we all went over. And the reason I say that is because they are naming the accuser as they're keeping him anonymous, right? But we know with the information that we've read before, as it was publicist Jonathan Hay who has come out with these accusations. But you all should see where I just shared this TMZ article. Diddy LA sex battery claim under investigation, and of course the mogul denies accusation. So, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department is investigating an allegation of sexual battery against Sean Diddy Combs, but Diddy says he didn't do it. The accusation comes from a male music producer and publicist who claims Diddy exposed himself and asked him to assist in a sex act back in 2020. According to a police report filed in Largo, Florida, the unidentified producer says he was invited to a photo shoot in Los Angeles where Diddy allegedly began masturbating under a shirt and asked the accuser to assist him in the act. The accuser claims he ignored Diddy's request and the music mogul continued going about his business before tossing the shirt at him. Jonathan Davis, a civil attorney representing Diddy, tells TMZ, as Mr. Combs' legal team has repeatedly stated for over a year now, he cannot address every meritless allegation in what becomes a media circus. Let me make it absolutely clear. Mr. Combs categorically denies as false and defamatory all claims that he sexually abused anyone. Davis added, he looks forward to vindicating himself in court where such matters are decided and not in the media based on admissible material evidence, not rank speculation and unsubstantiated allegations. The accuser also told police in 2021 two men grabbed him during a meeting in Santa Monica, threw something over his head, and dragged him into another room where Combs chastised him and called him a snitch. We reported on the accusations in July before the police report was filed in August. The unidentified man also alleged CJ Wallace, Biggie Small's son, was an accomplice in the Santa Monica incident. Wallace denied the accusation and filed a countersuit last week. Diddy is currently serving a 50-month sentence at a low security prison in New Jersey called FCI Fort Dix after he was convicted on 2 counts of violating the Mann Act. While he still faces a mound of civil lawsuits, he has denied any wrongdoing. So yeah, a lot of that sounds like repeat information that we went over. It's just that TMZ just decided not to name the man But other reports, I believe, was it all hip hop or whatever we were reading about it yesterday. I'll have to go back and look at the previous show, but yeah, they've already named him because they talked about him in CJ Wallace's countersuit, and they named Jonathan Hay. So, oh, we have a comment. Tootsie Roll was busy. Oh, ooh, mm. The butterfly. That's oh. Let me see the Tootsie Roll. Ooh, child. A hot mess. Well, in other news, we can go ahead and talk about Offset because remember how we talked about him yesterday, where Cardi B said that he's doing shit to her, he's harassing her, and she feels that her safety is in jeopardy. But Offset has actually come out to deny any of that, and he says we need to stop believing shit that we hear on the internet. So I have this hot new hip hop article. You should see where it says Offset debunks fake viral post claiming Cardi B and Stefan Diggs' baby. So it's only been a few days since Cardi B gave birth to her fourth child, but already there's some serious drama surrounding his arrival. Over the weekend, for example, an alleged screenshot from her ex Offset's Instagram story began making its rounds online. My kid, LOL, the post seemingly read. This led to speculation that he could be the child's father and not Cardi's current partner, Stefan Diggs. In response, the FMC took to Twitter to allege harassment. Y'all be thinking it's so funny, and it's not, she wrote. It's been over a year, and I'm still being harassed and threatened to the point that I feel like my life is in danger. It's all fun and games until it's too late. Motherfuckers do anything for attention, and it could get real nasty with just one upload, she continued. Leave me the fuck alone. It didn't take the former Migos member to set the record straight, however. In a statement released by a spokesperson for Offset, they clarified that the aforementioned post was doctored. Any statements attributed to Offset circulating on social media are completely fabricated. Cardi responded to misinformation, and the situation escalated unnecessarily, the statement begins per TMZ. Offset has remained supportive of Cardi and genuinely wishes her nothing but the best. I'm sorry. I couldn't even read that with a straight face, y'all. I'm sorry. Anyway, for now, whoever is responsible for the doctor post remains a mystery. This isn't the first time in recent weeks that Offset has had to shut down rumors either. Earlier this month, it was reported that he allegedly turned down a $10 million divorce settlement offer from Cardi. According to him, this is not the case. False rumors, all of it, he wrote in an Instagram comment. Stop running a hate campaign. None of this is true, or the first shit that was about this, or the first shit that was about this was true. Okay, so he says that is not true, honey. Oh, go ahead, gorgeous.
Explain to me how false stuff is getting posted to his account. Cause I'm trying to figure out how's that happening, sir. How you fucking figure?
Because
That's
he think we
interesting.
stupid like Cardi. Oh, that's not nice. I ain't mean to call that girl stupid, but she was buying what he was selling, honey, for quite a bit, and that's why she got 3 kids by his ass. So, hey, Jamaican Queen.
Hey y'all. Well,
Hello.
hi Jermaine. Is Jermaine up here? Why you her name got an eye? Where your picture?
I'm incognito.
And we are
Okay.
recording. Keep that in mind.
I see you got three hoes up here. Interesting. That's a lot of coke.
It is
One.
indeed. And did you have anything to add about Offset and
I,
Cardi?
I need you to I need you to back up off of Cardi now. Okay?
Well, we not the ones, honey. It's Offset that needs to and stop lying about it.
I know. But I heard you said something a few minutes ago before because she had three baby by him because you know.
She was buying what he was selling.
Truth
What,
be
what
told, we all been hypnotized by the dick. So, mm, I'm not calling no name. Well, I'll take my absence and, like Moon said, Really? How they gonna post on this? Psh, please. You need to get some better publicists or shut up.
Mhm. His publicist tired of his ass, I'm sure. And then we have a comment saying he was quote unquote hacked. Right,
Uh-oh, the famous line, I was hacked.
right.
So you was
Ooh.
hacked every time you said something, huh? Oh, you just getting hacked all the time, huh?
No,
Mm-hmm.
baby, you
Okay.
are a hack. That's the difference.
That part.
Child. Well, speaking of hacks, honey, my man.
Oh.
Here we go. How do you stay in the news so damn much? Come on. Keep
because
up.
Because, honey, you know why. And let me tell y'all one thing about Vivica. Vivica actually had to come out and clarify, what she said about that movie. Because, technically she was asked about, what advice would you give to 17-year-old Vivica? And she pretty much was like, don't date rappers, don't date 50 Cent. Pretty much that's what she would tell to her 17-year-old self. But she said something very interesting in this interview because TMZ caught her coming out. It looks like she was coming out of the Sherry Shepherd show because I did see her on there this morning. But y'all should see where I shared this TMZ article. Vivica Fox clarifies her warning not to date 50 Cent or any other rappers. And before I share my screen, go ahead, favorite Taurus.
Oh, I was gonna wait until you got more into the story, Auntie.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me share my screen. And we're going to see what Viv has to say, honey, about my man. All right, let's let that load. Girl, any day now, honey. Okay.
I was asked a question that as a 17-year-old, what would I tell myself? So it's just a pre-warning for my young girls. Here you go, sweetheart. Happy holidays. To be careful. Let me give these. To watch who you date. You know what I mean? You're free to date whoever you want. But, for myself, I would just be careful. Maybe not go public so fast and just have fun. Happy holidays. Okay? I said to all the girls. Yes, Yes, because we all dating each other nowadays. It don't make no difference what color. Actually, I was very proud of 50. Your response was fantastic, and I'll take the blue pill. You're welcome, darlings. You got it going on.
hmm So to the normal person, with her just saying, I'll take the blue pill, that just sounds, but honey, to a bitch like me, that sounds like, honey, nigga, you know what it is. You know you can still get this puss. You know that you can still find a home in this puss, honey.
You would say that.
She said I would take the blue pill, honey. If she was really done with his ass, she wouldn't take none of his pills. But she said, no, boo, I'll take the blue pill. And I'm really proud of his response.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Release us. Release us, please.
Yes, honey. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
So is she saying that 50 Cent is incompetent or whatever that word is? The impotent. He need a blue pill. Is that what she's trying to say?
Mm, oh.
So,
Possibly, honey. Well, that don't make me know never mind because I can't have babies. And she probably can't either at her age, allegedly,
oh my
allegedly.
God.
So,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
I
was
don't think
gonna,
that's the conversation they need to have.
I
Oh
was
my
gonna
god.
say she, of course, she's been in the industry for a very long time, so she knows what's going to get folks talking or get her attention with her quote unquote wig line or what have you. I just definitely think that the whole 50 Cent thing is a little bit tired because I'm pretty sure nobody remembers that she dated 50 Cent until she said something.
It's
I
been
No,
remember
no,
it was
20
a really hard
years.
time for me.
not like it's never in the forefront of people's mind, but every time the opportunity presents itself, even though it's not directly related to Curtis, she brings it up. So it it's giving very much. She want that old thing back.
20 years. I didn't realize it had been so long.
Yeah, and the
It's
thing is, she
20
wasn't even
years.
17 when she dated 50 Cent. So
Mm,
like, it was very calculated, if you
Why
will.
are you talking so soft and low, Will?
What do
You
you
talking
mean?
like you some delicate flower and stuff. Open up your mouth. Got me putting the phone all the way up in my ear.
No, that's because you
Speak
don't have
up.
that's because you don't have a hearing aid in, Marcia. That's what it is.
That
You know.
wig too tight on your head. That's why you
Mm,
can't talk. Move,
okay.
adjust the wig. Move it to the left.
So yeah, I was. I just wish she would let it go. But of
She
course,
didn't
that's her
let it
life.
go. Now she want his face up in between her thighs again. And if y'all remember, friend Stephens, remember she said that his dingling won't really that big. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but she said in her second book, like we know when she was intimate with 50 Cent, his dingling won't that big. But what he could do was eat a coochie.
he was an eater.
So,
Mm.
mhm. So
So
you
another
she
Tootsie
probably
Roll.
found nobody to eat it like that, again.
So we just gonna act like we didn't see that BBL. Is that what we're gonna do?
Oh, we saw it, and did you see the comment in the chat? Somebody, oh, she's stuffed in that dress. Y'all are big.
Church wigs,
No,
church
I really
dresses.
need her to
Why?
stop.
Why she do
You
that?
know what?
Ugh.
It really started when she put them lip fillers in her mouth, and she been downhill ever since then.
Wait, do she the one who did that wig line?
Yeah.
Oh
mhm.
no. And she
I
in that
think so.
commercial for that insurance
For car
The car insurance with Ice T,
car.
her and Ice
Oh
T.
no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, she should have just left that alone. That looked like she got a couple of little volleyballs up there. Girl, come on
Let me run this back. I need to play the video again. Let me see. I wasn't looking.
now. Run it back.
Run it back. Let me see.
Run the video back. Hold on, let me go play it
Yeah, run
again.
it back real quick. Oh Lord, Vivica. I thought you left the stuff
Oh,
alone.
wrong article I just shared. Give me 1 second. Let me share the correct one. I shared our next story by accident.
We didn't see it.
No, we didn't see it.
Let me go back to the Viv
Is that Will
article.
have his hand up?
Hmm.
Oh, it is Will.
Let
Can
me
y'all
see the.
see the screen or is it blank for
It's
y'all?
coming up.
Oh no, I
Okay. I
don't see
see
it.
the
Oh, before
pause.
I play,
Okay.
go ahead, favorite Taurus.
I was just gonna say, I'm surprised at this point she hasn't had a partnership with Tyler Perry for those wigs. It would definitely be an
Oop.
up he's currently using.
Will.
He might be getting them
Oh,
from
Will,
her.
you bad. You are bad, Will.
I'm thinking from a business perspective. There's some coin in there. She needs to take advantage. I'm just saying.
Let me see Vivica's wigs he using.
Lord have
So, of course,
mercy.
the internet's going crazy right now about whole don't date rappers, don't date 50 Cent. Where did that come from? Like,
I was asked a question that, as a 17-year-old, what would I tell myself? So it's just a pre-warning for my young girls. Here you go, sweetheart. Happy holidays. To be careful. Let me give these. To watch who you date.
right.
You know what I mean? You're free to date whoever you want. But, for myself, I would just be careful. Maybe not go public so fast and just have fun.
That's
Happy
fine.
holidays.
Of course. Is there
Okay?
anyone you would give that particular advice
Girl,
to?
move. Quit asking these
I
questions.
said to all the girls. Yes,
All the girls? I
Yes,
love
because
that.
we all dating each other nowadays. It don't make no difference what color. Actually, I was very proud of 50. Your response was fantastic, and I'll take the blue pill.
I love that.
Good.
Thank you, Miss
God
Fox.
bless You're welcome, darling.
Mm.
You got it going on.
Bye.
That didn't look horrible, I
He
guess.
should not be wearing that dress.
No,
Mm-mm.
when she put them fillers in her lips, ugh, she was.
Mm.
Oh my
She
God,
got
that
it
that was
more
a
than
bad
she.
time. That was a
Isn't it
bad
in her
time, y'all.
face? She'll have it in her face too.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know, but
She
when
just
she
looked kind
did,
of blown up from the butt up.
mm-hmm,
What, Auntie?
You went from the butt up.
Uh,
Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
But more positive. I would love because considering Vivica's history in entertainment, I would actually love to see her on behind the refrigerator, at least for a couple episodes. I think that would be wonderful.
I'm sorry, what?
Vivica
What
ain't
do you
going over there,
say?
honey. She got Lifetime.
Oh,
From behind the
He said he
refrigerator.
would love to see on my stories, but no, she got Lifetime money. She got that wrong series that she does over at Lifetime, and I think she got like a whole deal with
That's
them,
good.
honey. She ain't going over to nobody else's network.
That's
oh,
good. I'm glad she got steady work because she was on par to be doing some good things, and a lot of and her career got derailed a little bit.
From
But we
dating
don't
50 Cent.
low key, you know. And
no.
them lip
Mm,
fillers,
Did
the
she
combo
ever
was just
dated
not
50
good.
Cent?
mm.
And this
Look,
bitch in the chat, talking about, I don't want that ogre between my thighs eating my pussy. Good. I'm glad to hear that. So now I ain't got to beat your ass over my man, my man, my man.
don't nobody want 50 cents, okay? He
Vivica Warner.
he look here, he look like the gecko lizard.
Look, 10 nickels is all yours.
Nobody
Thank
want
you.
50 cent.
10 nickels.
Okay.
Ah!
I was gonna say something else, but it's recorded. So I'm gonna behave myself. Yeah.
I'm now snatching that as well. 2 quarters, 10 nickels.
They say, we have a comment. She didn't mind her traveling male stripper review. Yep. And hello, emotional support top. And it said, nobody saying wants your tired man or even more your tired rundown pussy. Girl, bitch, I done told you about slandering this good puss.
Look who you gave money to. Look at that. Now you
Okay.
getting your
The
ass
first
whooped
week.
over here.
You know what? I will be in contact with our legal team. Because I need to see if I get that motherfucking money back, bitch. I be fucked up. Well, speaking of somebody who was in contact with their legal team, honey, Megan the Stallion, baby. And thank you, Chill, for even bringing to my attention that Milagro case actually just started when? Monday? The
Yep.
trial just started Monday?
Yesterday. Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? Tory Lanez and his stupid short Canadian ass was found in contempt in the Megan Thee Stallion defamation case.
Of course.
Y'all should see where I just shared this TMZ article. And it starts by saying Megan Thee Stallion's defamation trial against Blago Milagro Graham starts yesterday. Things are already rocky for Tory Lanez. He and his attorney are being held in contempt of court. According to a court docs obtained by TMZ Hip Hop, Megan's attorneys tried to depose Tory on 3 separate occasions, but they say he was disruptive and unresponsive each time. The most recent outburst on November 15th. Megan's attorneys say Tory stormed out, calling the attorneys several expletives. They also claim Tory's attorney, Crystal Morgan, attempted to coach him and failed to instruct him to answer the questions, leading the judge to find her in contempt as well. The judge fined $20,000 for his obstruction of Megan's side's multiple attempts to depose him, while Morgan was ordered to pay $5,000 for her part in the obstruction and her failure to uphold professional standards. It's looking like there will be a fierce yet fashionable battle in the courtroom. We're told Megan arrived at court with 4 layers and a small army of legal assistants. She was wearing a houndstooth black and white outfit and tall heels and 2 diamond rings on one hand, along with 2 diamond earrings. Milagro arrived with 3 attorneys, and while she and Megan did not look at each other one time, our sources say Milagro appeared nervous and fidgety. Milagro was draped in all black with cowskin style high heel slides and a gold bracelet to complete the look. Tory's last effort to overturn his conviction in the California appellate court last week. Excuse me, Tory lost his effort to overturn his conviction in the California appellate court last week. And he's currently serving his 10-year prison sentence for his role in the Megan Thee Stallion shooting case. The trial could last all the way through December, so stay tuned. And they did describe the outfits very well in the article. I'm actually going to share it because you can see both of them coming out of court. I have to say, Megan is such a sweetie. I just adore this girl. She's so adorable. She's so cute. Because this is TMZ has this update. They say we caught both Megan and Milagro leaving the court yesterday afternoon, both putting their best fashion foot forward while keeping a brave face. So let's look at Megan.
Here she is.
They're looking like Olivia Pope. Yeah.
That's Megan P, honey. That is Megan P. Stop playing with her.
Good, good. You have a good experience today? Feeling good?
I'm just ready to be done.
Well, you look lovely.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Stop. Thank you.
And thanks for being so kind with the photographers today.
Oh, y'all. Thank you.
All right, good luck.
Look at that. A class act. You even hear thank you for being so kind to the photographers. I know they appreciate that because honey, Harvey got their asses under anyway. Now this is Milagro coming out. Mm.
To go today.
Good, right? I was there.
You feeling confident about tomorrow?
I feel like God is good all the time. That's what I feel like. How you feel today?
I feel great. Look at those
Like my
fabulous
shoes.
shoes.
Talk about that.
Where are the shoes from?
Tasha K said I'm a she but these from Fashion Nova, child. Ain't they cute? Get into it. Cold. Fashion Nova, I need a cold.
How do you like Miami? How do you feel they're treating you at the trial?
I can't talk about that, but Miami is a beautiful city. Miami is beautiful.
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all. I love Miami.
All right, good luck to you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.
She dressed like Cruella Deville. Mm.
I was just gonna say that. Look here, I was just gonna say that. What kind of Corella Deville outfit is that? And why don't that cockroach just go die somewhere?
Ooh.
Why?
And she did look nervous and fidgety, and while she did look like Cruella, honey, that little fur, honey, that thing was camp, honey. I'm gonna just try to look to see if I can find me one. This maybe
Okay.
look on screen or fashion, no, but that thing was camp, and I was like, yes, bitch, with your terrible ass. But that furrow was everything.
It was great. Yeah, I like the coat. The
Yeah.
rest of the outfit could keep that, but the coat was nice.
Yeah.
Go ahead, favorite tourist.
I don't know why y'all going up for that carpet she had on her shoulder. Anyway, like I'm not sure if you saw Meg going to the trial today, but she was wearing like this badass red suit. She had a bob, and you can tell she's really endearing because she asked, I believe it was her legal representative, because I guess one of the photographers was speaking to her as she was going to the courtroom, and she asked, like, "Can I say good morning?" And she said, "Yeah, you can say good morning." She said good morning to the photographers. So she has such a very sweet and endearing public persona. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
really glad that out, outside of this case that we know she's going to win, that she's winning in life after everything that she's been through. So kudos to her.
And
And that
Megan,
old bald headed Canadian honey got to pay $20,000, and his attorney got to pay $5,000 for their fucking shenanigans up in the court. Just
mm-hmm.
stupid,
So
stupid.
what is he trying to do?
He wouldn't
What is he trying
put
to
the
do?
deposition. He needed to do the deposition for the trial, and he wouldn't do it.
Cockroach. I don't know why y'all calling him his name is a cockroach.
Yeah.
Ain't no insecticides that can get rid of him.
Well, well. Speaking of Canadian cockroaches, Drake, child, you know what? This is why I don't like his ass, right? 'Cause the white side of him, like that white mom side, is showing out. Look, now we have another Tootsie Roll. Well, no, he might have a little bit more of a Chico stick, but a Chico stick that's been left out in the car because it's good and floppy. But he got a little bit more than the Tootsie Roll. We saw it. Oh, limp. Yep, exactly.
Mm,
Anyway, so him and his Canadian biracial annoying ass, honey, because of him and his shenanigans, now him and Kendrick got to go through mediation because of Not Like Us. And
why
y'all
did
should see
Kendrick have to go through mediation? What the hell?
exactly, exactly, exactly. So y'all see, I just shared here from All Hip Hop, and it's an exclusive. Drake and UMG ordered to mediation in Not Like Us legal battle. Just escalate. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit scheduled a 3-hour telephonic mediation for December 19th at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Chief Circuit Mediator Kathleen M. Scanlon will oversee the session. Both sides must come prepared to discuss the legal strength of their positions, potential settlement options, and whether any issues can be narrowed or clarified. The mediation follows Drake's January 2025 defamation lawsuit against UMG, which claims the label knowingly promoted Lamar's viral hit Not Like Us, a track that accuses the rapper of pedophilia. Though the lyrics came from Kendrick Lamar, Drake's lawsuit targets UMG, not the Compton artist himself. UMG distributes music for both artists, Drake through Republic Records and Lamar via Interscope, making the dispute even more tangled. A federal judge dismissed the case on October 9th, ruling that Lamar's lyrics were protected opinion, not factual assertions. The judge cited the nature of hip hop rivalries, where exaggerated and inflammatory language is often used and rarely taken literally by listeners. Drake appealed the dismissal on October 29th, arguing that UMG acted with actual malice by promoting the song and its visuals, despite knowing the accusations were false. His legal team also claimed UMG had a financial motive to support Lamar, especially since Drake's contract with the label had reportedly expired without renewal. The appeal also alleges that UMG's involvement in the song's rollout, including its artwork and music video, contributed to threats against Drake's family and incidents at his home. The lawsuit argues that UMG helped engineer the track's viral success, prioritizing profit over safety and truth. UMG has denied all wrongdoing, stating the lawsuit is an attempt to suppress free artistic expression. The company maintains that the lyrics fall within the genre's longstanding tradition of lyrical combat. If no agreement is reached during mediation, the case will return to the appeals process for a formal ruling. So this is the shit that be pissing me off about it, right? So y'all see the date that they got to get on this telephone call for this bullshit, right? December 19th at 10:30 a.m. So Drake, instead of you and your Jewish ass going to go and spin your dreidel and lighting your candles on the menorah, you want to sit here and bother Kendrick, who would rather be at home celebrating Christmas with his family. Like this is when I oh my god, baby, that white side is jumping out, honey. They say, "Oh, you said Drake. I thought you said Ray." Child, just a mess. Just cannot.
Is
He is such a poor loser.
there something in the Canadian water because they just don't know how to just go sit down somewhere at this
It might be
point?
something in that poutine, honey. Like maybe it's something they put in that gravy when they doing that poutine. I just think it's something.
Ugh.
First of all, you don't need all that shit with your fries. Now I know this is going to sound xenophobic, but I promise it's not. It's just the idea with all that shit like gravy and cheese curds on
How is
your
that?
fries and
That
shit.
shit is nasty looking.
Oh,
Mm-mm, what you talking about?
mm-mm. Now I do
Why?
love y'all bacon though. Canadian snap with that bacon. I love that bacon.
But gravy and them balls, ugh, cheese.
Nobody want that.
Don't nobody want that. And I've been screaming that. Mm-mm.
Well, now Drake is also a liar as well, right?
Mhm.
because remember how one of the things that he alleged in that defamation suit with UMG, he alleged that because of Kendrick's song, he suffered economic harm. Y'all remember those two words, right? Two
He
words,
a
economic harm.
motherfucking lie.
He said that he lost money, he lost opportunities and stuff like that, family safety. Now I can't argue the family safety part. Maybe something did happen because we know fandom is crazy. But when it comes to that economic harm part, he can go ahead and get his damn lying ass up out of here. And the reason I say that because I have another story by way
Mhm.
of all excuse me, by way of hot new hip hop. Drake allegedly turns down yearly multi-million dollar Rolling Loud offers. Mm, mm. But I thought you said you were suffering economic harm. You being in a position that you can turn down multi-millions of dollars. Okay. Well, Drake, being one of the biggest stars ever in rap, automatically makes him a hard artist to book. He's usually got a million things on his plate, and they aren't always music specific. But when are someone of his magnitude, you find the time for things that matter to you the most business wise. It appears that Rolling Loud is way at the bottom of the list for him. According to the festival's co-founder, Tariq Sharif, they offer the Toronto native an absurd amount of money every year. We send him a max offer, millions of dollars, he told Aiden Ross and DJ Academics per No Jumper. All three, on top of streamer Cuffham, were chatting it up at Playboy Cardi's tour stop in Sunrise, Florida on Sunday. Academics believes if Tariq and his team were offering him wireless type deals like a headliner for 3 days, he would take it. However, Drake allegedly has been offered that as well, and that still wasn't enough. During an interview with Big Boy, Tariq said, "We even offered Drake 3 nights of Drake. He'd be the headliner for 3 nights." In the same chat, he said that he believes the boy is purposely avoiding Rolling Loud. I'll say it. I don't care. I feel like Drake is ducking us, he added. I got no beef with Drake. Like Drake, I feel like he's a great artist. We've been trying to book him forever. We don't know how many consecutive years they have tried to grab him, but the Hip Hop Festival has been in existence since 2015. In February of that year, they debuted their first experience in Miami. While many would argue that the rapper isn't making his best music these days, getting him would still be a major flex. It also could have been special to book him on the heels of his next solo album, supposedly coming at the end of 2025, Iceman. It allegedly was going to arrive in October or early November, but even this month looks to be out of the question. Especially with his legal issues across the board mounting, we may not get it until 2026. Speaking of which, Rolling Loud is returning to Australia in March, where it hasn't been since 2019. Mm-mm. But I thought he suffered economic harm. Hmm. Lying ass. You lying Canadian cockroach. Allegedly, allegedly.
Him
We
and the other cockroach.
right. We have a comment saying caucasity, and then it said that's why they have universal health care. Well, does it cover mental health? Because clearly, clearly,
Oh, and I just hopped on, the bird app, and that little pink red outfit she got on is nice, and the bob is bobbing. Okay, I mean it's a cute little like um little curl with a bob. She's cute with a little heart bag. This is Megan Pete, honey, not the stallion. This is Pete out here, business. Okay, I just want y'all
yes.
to know.
Okay, Court Bob. We love a Court Bob, honey. Well, speaking of Megan, y'all remember that dude, Patrick Beverly, who her boyfriend Clay Thompson had to check, for talking about her. And remember how we talked yesterday about him being arrested, and we had like a little bit of information said like it was something involving his younger sister and her younger sister's 18-year-old boyfriend or something like that. What we thought that Patrick Beverly may have choked the boyfriend. No, no, baby. We actually have more information about what happened thanks to TMZ. And and his mugshot is child. Ooh.
Did he get choked out?
Girl, yes, and it's
Did he
bad.
end up getting choked out by the ATM?
No, he was doing the choking and he choked his sister.
Oh shit!
Yes, honey. And you can see where it says here Patrick Beverly accused of choking and punching sister in the eye. And before I even
Oh,
start reading, I want to just let y'all know it was all their mama's fault. It was all their mama's fault. This is a sign of bad parenting, and y'all gonna see what I'm talking about in a minute. But TMZ Sports has obtained more details surrounding Patrick Beverly's arrest. The ex NBA player is accused of punching his sister in the eye and choking her for up to 30 seconds at a Texas home. According to the probable cause affidavit, Beverly's sister told officials she left the home in the middle of the night without permission to see her boyfriend at a nearby park on November 14th. When she returned home, her mother Lisa was awake and told her to enter her room. Lisa then told her daughter to call the boyfriend and tell him to pick her up. Upon his arrival, the boyfriend was told to go inside, and Lisa called Beverly to come over to the residence. Beverly then seemingly scolded his sister before he grabbed her by the neck with both hands and picked her up off the ground by having her feet come off the floor. His sister claims his grasp on her neck made her feel pain and as if she was losing oxygen and unable to breathe, which lasted between 20 and 30 seconds. The sister stated Beverly took out her, excuse me, the sister stated Beverly took her out of the bedroom by the neck and slammed her body against the walls of an open room area of the house. She claims Beverly then laid her on the sofa, stood on top of her, and punched her approximately one time on her left eye with a closed fist. The sister added Beverly made a comment that he will be the family relative to kill her. The doc state the boyfriend was then told to leave the house and Beverly followed him. When Beverly returned, the sister claims her boyfriend called cops for assistance. Officials say there were markings on the sister's neck and that she had chill, I'm gonna tear this word up. She had petechiae
Petitiae.
in the
Petitiae.
petechia.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, boo. A petechiae in the whites of her eyes. Beverly was taken into custody and booked for felony assault in the Fort Bend County Jail. He later went to social media claiming, "Please don't believe everything you see on the internet. Hope all is well. Love."
why do they always say that? Why do they always? That's so annoying. So we thinking he is sticking up for his sister and over a predator or something like that. Come to find out,
He doing the choking. He doing the predatoring.
and he need to mind his business instead of Clay Thompson. So he is. So I did see on the internet they said, boy, Megan got some spirituals looking out for her because everybody who crossed her be getting lit up, and I think them is her angels looking out. Cause why y'all messing with that lady and trying to
Mhm.
talk about her, and all y'all be wrong and look at got the bum ass, looking like a damn look terrible. Just look a terrible mugshot. Mm-mm. Mind your
Mm.
business, cause clearly you got other problems and issues, sir.
No, but Lisa ought to be ashamed of herself. Lisa was the cause of that shit. She's sitting there
And
telling the girl to go to, and then gonna tell the girl to call the boyfriend, then gonna call Beverly over there. Like, what the hell you think was gonna happen? Like, girl.
and so why? What is his problem with the boyfriend? Is he older? Like what? Or are they the same age? I'm confused now. Like, what is the whole issue?
The issue I think is they mama. And I think what happened because the girl, she feel like she grown, she's at that age.
Hmm.
She got that 18-year-old boyfriend. She snuck out in the middle of the house, tried to sneak back in, but the mama was awake. They probably exchanged some words. And it probably got heated because you know how these mother and daughter relationships can get. So it that's what I think
Hmm.
happened, honey. And she called, "Oh, well, I can't handle this girl. She talking to me like she grown. Let me call her big brother over here, let him handle it," knowing that he has a history of violence and shit. Because they probably
Oh,
this doesn't sound like this is the first time like something like this has happened.
uh, 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 uh. Go ahead,
Mhm.
Will.
Well, it's just speculation, but it's giving very much the mother has always seen her daughter as either competition or a rival in the household. And so
Come on now.
she uses whatever leverage she has to get a one up and to show some sort of dominance within the family dynamic. That's exactly what it's giving. It's unfortunate, but yeah, it happens all the time. You see it all the time.
Yep. Yep. So, and well, going into our next story, do y'all remember when we talked about Big U and Big U? Unfortunately, his son was killed on Halloween night, and he was fighting pretty much to, be released temporarily so he can go to his son's funeral.
Hmm.
And remember, I even said I feel like no, because they've been investigating him way too long. I feel like the prosecution is going to be like, no, he's too dangerous to go out to be left out for any
Sure
reason.
enough, huh?
Sure enough, y'all should see I just shared this all hip hop exclusive. Big U too dangerous to attend son's funeral. Prosecutors claim. Can you up, girl? Oof. Well, Big
And
U
it's
is
not
at.
even like he's not gonna. I'm sorry, but it's not even like he's not gonna be um traveling with guards. It's not like they just gonna let him out and he can just roam. Wow, that's fucked up.
Well, Big U is asking a federal judge to let him out of jail long enough to wash and shroud his son's body and attend the what's that janaza prayer. But prosecutors say there's no way they can trust him outside the walls of MDC Los Angeles. Their new filing argues he's far too dangerous, too unpredictable, and already breaking so many jail rules that even a tightly controlled funeral release would put people at risk. Ultimately, Big U's release for any amount of time creates far too great a risk to justice in this case and to human life. Defendants should remain detained for the safety of the community and the victims and witnesses to his crimes, prosecutors said. His request comes after the October 31st killing of his eldest son, Jabari Baby Huey Henley, who was shot in Los Angeles, shot in South Los Angeles after leaving a community trunk or treat event. Jabari was hit when he walked up to a car near 69th and Figueroa, and someone inside opened fire. He died at the scene. Big U said he wants a brief release to carry out the Islamic rites that require a parent to wash and wrap the body. His lawyers propose a highly restricted plan: electronic monitoring, private security paid for by his family, a fixed route between the detention center and the funeral, and strict no contact rules. The filing says all costs would be covered by his family. Prosecutors responded by laying out months of alleged misconduct that had occurred behind bars. They said his recorded calls show hundreds of violations, including using other inmates' BOP numbers so he could call people he didn't want the jail to track. They said each call opened with the inmate speaking for voice verification before handing him the phone. Prosecutors said he then had people add third parties on encrypted apps and warned them to stick to those encrypted platforms. They claimed he used those calls mostly to reach his girlfriend. According to the prosecutors, the two talked about slipping illicit photos through the mail by hiding them in legal papers and continued having phone sex. They also said he coached her on signing up for one paralegal class so she could pose as a legal visitor and bypass visitation rules. The brief says he didn't stop there. Prosecutors said he discussed passing messages to co-defendants barred from contacting him, reaching a confidential informant, pushing a rule that no one should plead guilty unless he does, and spending large sums on investigators despite having court-appointed lawyers. Prosecutors argued that letting him out even briefly could expose witnesses, noting that he knows precisely who reported him. They said courts rarely grant funeral leave in cases like this and added that his unnamed private security team doesn't qualify as a quote unquote appropriate person to supervise him under federal law. Big U is locked up under a 43 count RICO indictment accusing him of running the Big U enterprise, extorting artists and athletes, misusing nonprofit funds, committing fraud, and killing aspiring rapper Rayshawn Williams in 2021. Big U is charged with the murder of a young man who himself was buried by his parents, a funeral that defendant famously did not attend despite knowing the victim his whole life, managing his music career, and paying for the trip that would be his last moments on earth. prosecutor said, referring to Williams's murder. The judge will rule on the request. It said today. Oh, excuse me, yesterday. It says yesterday, November 17th. So I didn't see any any ruling about that. So hopefully maybe I'll look a little bit deeper into it because I want to know if they're gonna let him out. Now I don't think they will.
It
Because
don't
y'all
seem
heard
like
all of that,
it.
baby.
Yeah. I mean,
They,
they paint
they,
him as a big like Scarface type. Like, he'll be out directing hits, and that's the vibe I got. Like, ooh, shoot,
I
Lord have
wouldn't even
mercy.
I wouldn't even want to be the deputies handling him because anything could pop off at the funeral. No matter, it's not going to be that many guards. And if he's already got that kind of rep and somebody could come and do like a whole, drive by thing on, yeah, no. He's not getting out.
yeah, I agree. And the prosecutor said, honey, big U, whether U stands for under the jail, honey, keep his ass in there because if he get out, baby, y'all gonna be in danger. And that's what I said. I mean, for them to do that 43-page RICO indictment, honey, that means they have been looking into him for a long time. And fun fact, it's been said that Debo from Friday was based off of him. Oh, now we have a comment. Big U is holding a big L. Oh my God. Well, let me just start off by saying, Big U, we here at Auntie Derek Daytimes Tea love and respect you. So when you do get out, don't come for us, honey, because it is nothing but love over here.
Well, that reminds me of the other big dude. Well, he ain't big in stature, but the other one that they say, and he out of Houston. I ain't gonna say, but I'm like, dang, we got some black mafioso types out here
Well,
in the
yes.
industry. Let me
Well,
mind my
yes.
business, cause mm-mm.
Exactly. Well, child, speaking of minding your business, honey, it seemed like somebody didn't do that with Portia Williams when they saw her on a Delta flight. You know, Portia Williams from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And it got so bad, and I imagine it got so bad that the FBI had to investigate. So I have this TMZ link here. You should see where it says Portia Williams breaks silence on Delta Airlines incident involving FBI. So Portia Williams is clearing the air about a dramatic Delta Airlines flight that landed her on the FBI's radar. Her lawyer, Joe Hibachi, tells TMZ Miss Williams was verbally assaulted by an irate and unhinged passenger without provocation. The passenger then proceeded to make false allegations that were in direct conflict with observations from several eyewitnesses. He added, as with any incident occurring aboard an aircraft, federal authorities are required to conduct an investigation involving all parties to determine what, if any, offenses occurred. Ms. Williams has every intention of cooperating with law enforcement to whatever extent necessary and remains confident that the passenger will be charged. Yesterday, a spokesperson for FBI Atlanta told us they were looking into whether federal charges applied to the incident involving the Real Housewives of Atlanta star and at least one other person. According to a spokesperson for Delta, after the incident, the flight continued to its destination without issue. Portia was returning home from BravoCon weekend in Las Vegas, taking part in panels and posing for cameras along with her Real Housewives of Atlanta house castmates. So yeah, I wonder what happened. I want was it like a irate fan of the show? Like, oh girl, I can't believe you did that to Portia. Oh girl, or something. I don't know. And Portia's just not the one.
But somebody was in her seat. I don't know how true that is, but it was about seating or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because I would imagine with her being on Delta Hunt, I know she will be in first class. They don't worry about things like that, and maybe first or business class. That's just I've only been in business class once. I've never been in first class. I'll get there one day. I've only had the business class, and baby, when they gave a bitch that can of wine on that, I said, wait a minute, I could drink this on the plane. Oh, and I can get another one. Oh, baby, keep them coming, honey. But yeah, so I just imagine that she was in a position to not even have to go through But is that what you heard, Chilla? Like it was something involving her seat?
That's all I know. Something about
Uh,
somebody was in her seat, and that's it's some words popped off. That's all I know. I didn't really delve into it.
oh. Well, y'all, this next door, speaking of someone who needs to have a seat, honey, our damn president. And y'all know I truly do not like to talk about this man, honey, unless he intersects with hot topics in some way. And this was just so egregious that I had to share it with y'all. He literally called a reporter Piggy, pointed at her and called her Piggy, and told her to be quiet. Said, "Quiet, Piggy." And I'm just like, hold up now. Really? And I just couldn't do anything but laugh. Like, uh, child, this TMZ article here, you all should see where it says President Trump loses his shit over Epstein question, calls reporter a pig. And then they're gonna put the iconic Miss Piggy from the Sesame Street back there. Y'all leave her out of this shit. Leave her out.
This is
So,
how I
honey,
know I couldn't be a reporter. Mm-mm, mm-mm,
hello.
mm-mm.
I would have. She should have came. Well, you the one with the dingaling that looks like a pig's otter. So, are you? How dare you? But anyway, child, let me share my screen. The video only about 33 seconds, honey, and that's still 33 seconds too long, honestly. But let's watch it and see what happens. I just could not believe it.
So he dictated a couple of memos to himself. Give me a break. You're going to find out what did he know with respect to Bill Clinton, with respect to the head of Harvard, with respect to all of those people that he knew, including J.P. Morgan shares.
Sir,
Yeah,
if
Jennifer,
there's
go
nothing
ahead. Go ahead.
incriminating in the file, Venezuela, why are you not saying
Quiet, Miguel.
on Venezuela, sir? You've had a lot of meetings on Venezuela. Why are you not saying
Quiet, Miguel.
on Venezuela, sir?
I really, I'm sorry. Really, I just don't have any other words other than really. Are you kidding me? I am. Oh my god! Like
This is who
what?
they voted for. I am so sick of.
And they don't have a problem with it. That's the real gagger, is that nobody around him seems to think that that's even like unacceptable.
And chill, I think you're right, and that's why I'm just so like nervously laughing because I'm just like, okay, nobody really. He's gonna say that, and nobody around him is just gonna say, hey, maybe don't do that. Um, child, go ahead, favorite Taurus.
It kind of makes sense considering how his administration intentionally curated the media that could be present and ask him questions or whatnot. Like they did all that intentionally on purpose. So it makes sense as to why that he is allowed to get away with with what he got away with because essentially they kissed the ring, unfortunately. And also it's indicative of how this country views women now more than ever and how disrespected they are. So uh, nothing about that person surprises me anymore, and it's not even surprising that he didn't get called out for it because of everything that's going on within his administration.
You better say that.
Yep, they're okay with it. They think the presidents have been too soft. They like it.
Mm, I know something else they asses are like, anyway. We know they're like underage children, and that's why I don't want to release them files. Allegedly. Well, anyway, so do y'all remember we talked some time ago about Billie Eilish where she accepted an award and she pretty much she was in a room full of millionaires and billionaires and called them out
Mhm,
and said basically said, "Oh, y'all need to do more.
mhm,
Y'all need to get y'all shit together and do more." And then after she said that, she went to go and donated over what $11 million of her own money.
mhm.
Well, honey, Elon Musk, he didn't like that. He didn't like that one bit, honey. And you should see where it says here by way of TMZ, Elon Musk claps back at Billie Eilish after she slams him for hoarding wealth. So Elon Musk and Billie Eilish are officially at war, at least online, after the billionaire clapped back at the singer on the heels of her calling him a fucking pathetic pussy bitch coward. In case you missed it, last
I'm about
Thursday,
to go
Billie
stream her music. Amen.
okay. Well, in case you missed it, last Thursday, Billie went on a tirade against the tech mogul on her Instagram story, listing a slew of global issues Elon could single-handedly tackle as a new Tesla pay package put him on track to become the world's first trillionaire. Billie argued Elon could end world hunger, save critically endangered species, or even rebuild all of Gaza with his fortune, but instead accused him of hoarding his wealth. Fast forward to Wednesday night, Elon took to his own platform, Twitter, to hit back, reacting to a screenshot of Billy's IG story with, "She's not the sharpest tool in the shed." As you know, Billy has been outspoken against billionaires. Just last month, during her acceptance speech at the WSJ Innovator Awards, with ultra wealthy folks in the room, including Mark Zuckerberg, she boldly called out the rich, saying, "I love you all, but there's a few people in here that have a lot more money than me. And if you're a billionaire, why are you a billionaire?" Her criticism came shortly after announcing she's donating 11.5 million from her Hit Me Hard and Soft tour to support food equity, climate justice, carbon reduction, and the fight against the climate crisis. Excuse me. Billy's already pegged Elon as the quote unquote bad guy, and time will tell if she fires back again. Stay tuned. I hope you do, girl. Get his ass. Get him again, honey. Go ahead, favorite tour.
I'm sorry, I was typing. Yeah, it just goes to show like no amount of wealth is ever going to appease the inferiority complex a lot of these rich men have. Like you are one of the richest on paper in terms of capital men in the world, right? And you are essentially having an online spat for someone who doesn't have the reach or the leverage that you do. It speaks to his insecurity as a person. And he can have like $1 billion and nothing is ever going to fix that or that spine. So it's really telling like how these people truly operate. Like it it gets very much I was bullied in school. And now I'm gonna take it on everyone in the world because I can. And I still have those wounds that haven't healed yet. That's very much what it's giving it. I just roll my eyes at this point because again, nothing that those people do surprise me anymore. If anything, it kind of highlights the people that they actually are internally. Nothing to do with, well, of course, it's a byproduct of how they treat other people in the world, but really them as people themselves, you know. And it's really sad if you think about it. It is very, very sad how these people tend to operate and they are so insecure within themselves.
You better say that. And I'm reading some of the comments in the chat. They say he always have the nerve to call someone a name that is more fitting for him. Ah, somebody said let me go stream birds of a feather. Add my future and ocean eyes to your queue as well. We have a comment saying he looks like a burp that thinks in slow motion. It said he has all this money but has yet to use it to alter those facial features. Oh, oh. I hate the way he talks. His voice just annoys the shit out of me, honey. I can't.
Well, he
I
can't
can't.
even complete a thought, anyways. And it's he's the dumbest billionaire on the planet. Like, I don't know. Why do
Mm,
people keep enabling these people? I just don't understand. Why are people still buying those terrible Teslas and Cybertrucks that lock you in the car when you get in a crash? Mm-mm. I don't know. I don't know. I need us to do better.
mm. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
The way I get to Miranda's point, the way I get recently, when I saw these people drive those essentially Toyota Corollas with the iPad,
Mm-hmm.
and they were white queer people driving those cars. I was gagged, but I wasn't because they're white first. So it's unfortunate that he is kind of aligned to what is considered a status symbol in terms of like a vehicle, what have you. But it's to me, and this is my opinion. At this point, those cars are very much aligned or with the symbolism of those red caps.
Mm-hmm.
Any person that I see drive those cars, regardless of what they look like, I look at them sideways because how in the world can you willingly and willfully support such a vile human being and everything that he stands for by giving him your money?
That part.
It's crazy.
That
I
part.
agree.
Me too.
We have a comment saying he isn't smart. He's a dweeb who lucked up. Then we have
No, for
uh,
real.
Chad Powers on Hulu. They make fun of the Cybertruck. They so ugly. I don't
And
even want to see.
honestly, he's a good scammer, really, because none of the stuff he didn't invent any of these things. He just stole them, and then or either bought them. That's it.
I don't wish ill upon anyone. I'll just say that this is a recorded line. As we know, as a pendulum does, it swings the other way. And in the case of this individual, once that trajectory happens, is going to be a very glorious occasion that I hope everyone revels in.
I know I will for sure. Well, honey, speaking of more vile human beings, honey, y'all remember Danny Masterson?
Oh shit, man! What about him?
Honey, baby, and you know, honey, for a white man who this legal system is literally built to protect, for him to get caught up with rape, 2 rape counts, you know that shit had to be egregious, honey. But he is actually now blaming his lawyer for getting caught up with those rape cases.
Mm,
Yes,
mm.
honey, and you should see where yes, honey. You should see where I just shared here from TMZ. Danny Masterson blames lawyer for rape convictions. So Danny Masterson is throwing his lawyer under the bus. The actor is seeking to have his rape convictions tossed aside, claiming he's sitting in prison because his lawyer didn't do his job right. In new legal docs filed Monday, Masterson's lawyers claimed the trial attorney who handled his rape case failed to call key witnesses or contradict the prosecutor's claim about Scientology, despite Masterson's insistence. According to the court docs, Philip Cohen, who Masterson says took over trying the case due to a scheduling conflict with his former lead attorney, only spoke to 2 of the more than 20 potential witnesses who could have testified in his defense. He says Cohen wrote off the great majority of them without any personal contact, despite the prior statements to the police and to the to investigators that he believes tended to show his innocence of the charges. According to Masterson, Scientology came into play when prosecutors argued women are discouraged and sometimes faced with threats if they report high profile church members to the police. In the papers, Masterson's lawyers claim legal counsel for the Church of Scientology recommended Cohen call a Scientologist to rebuke the claim, but Cohen never did. Instead, he says Cohen just questioned why Scientology was being made a focal point. Masterson argues that the jury saw only the tip of the iceberg of available defense evidence in the form of complaining witnesses, inconsistent statements, while the wealth of directly exculpatory evidence went unused for no viable tactical reason. Masterson is currently locked up at a California men's colony in San Luis Obispo, serving 30 years to life for 2 rape convictions in 2023. Ooh, child. It says, are those the eyes Lady Chill is always warning us about? You know it. Wake it up. Chill, your impact, girl. Go
I'll
ahead, favorite
never
quarter.
lie.
So, for clarity, based upon everything you just stated, Auntie, Danny Masterson is not speaking out to proclaim his innocence. He is speaking out to blame his lawyers for not getting him off.
Well, yes.
Okay, just checking.
That's what it sounds
And
like.
that's what it sounds like. And he was upset with that lawyer for not, going to ask people at the Scientology, like, what do you think? What is your opinion? What would you do? Yeah, please, honey. I try to be respectful as I can when it comes to everybody's religion, but when it comes to that, and especially like how they came for Leah Remini when she left the church, and they came for her fiercely, honey.
Yes, they
I have
did.
been looking, baby. I have been looking at them crazy. And Tom Cruise, y'all cannot convince me that that is a good. Y'all. I'm sorry. I guess I should say allegedly, but Go ahead, favorite tourist.
I mean, that's but anyways, Mormon who really believe it. And both are terrible religious people. They're all are terrible, but those two in particular are the most egregious and harmful to society. So
Hmm.
Yeah, something wrong with them people, for real. The stories
Yeah,
on the documentary about those people. If you don't toe the line, the things they do to you, and
yeah,
it's
it's
too
not.
much.
Mm-hmm.
We have a good comment. White people and accountability never went together.
Okay,
Wake that
well,
up.
I was thinking that. I ain't even say it, but there you go. Because I was like, how you not take accountability for raping somebody? It's proven that you did, sir. Okay.
And do you know how because we went over like when it comes to the with Diddy's trial, like we looked at the jury instructions and stuff like that. Do y'all know how hard it is to get a jury of 12 to unanimously agree that there is overwhelming evidence beyond a doubt that you raped somebody?
Mm-hmm.
What? And now you think it's the lawyer's fault? Danny, get off my line. Get off of my line, honey.
because you also have a motherfucker or two that want to play fucking devil's advocate. So for those people to fall in line, yikes.
Well, child, so do y'all remember when we were talking about OJ Simpson yesterday? The executive
Hmm.
of his estate, who is pretty much managing all of that money that Fred what's his name? Fred Goldman was able to win in court. But
Mm-hmm.
y'all asked questions like, does his estate even have that much money?
Mm-mm.
Or Yeah, it looks like they do not. But Malcolm Laverne, the person that we were talking about yesterday, he was talking with Harvey and Charles with TMZ, basically essentially saying like they don't have the money, but they're going to work to pay it. However, it could even get up to $80 that they owe because of interest and stuff like that. And
80
y'all should
million.
see where Mhm. Y'all should
Said
see where it says, Michael Laverne says $57 million OJ owes to Fred Goldman could balloon to 80 million. So this video is about a 2 minute and 22-second video. So we're gonna watch it while Malcolm Laverne talks to Harvey and Charles from TMZ, and I can go and refill my coffee cup.
Okay.
So give me 1 second. Let me share my screen.
Well, I knew he didn't have all that money, honey. Mm-mm.
Y'all knew it. Y'all said it.
Mm-mm.
yeah, they
All
estimate is
right.
the state right now is at like 3 million, something like that.
That ain't even the tip of the iceberg.
Look, we have a comment saying his estate got a solid $5,000 max.
Okay. Okay.
Ah, all
Cause
right. Well, let's go ahead and see what Malcolm has to say.
How liquid is this estate? Because I did not think it had anywhere near that kind of money.
Harvey, the reality is the state currently doesn't have that kind of money, and practically the state probably will never have that kind of money. That's not the evaluation for how to accept Fred Goldman's estate. The evaluation is how much is it worth and whether it's valid. And it's worth the $58 million plus interest from February of 2021 to today. And that's the seems to be the controversy. It's way more than $58 million. There just has to be an accurate computation of what the interest is, which could be another, frankly, 25 to 30 million. Because of the huge public interest in it, I think I'm going to go calculate it right now to see what it is. But it's significantly more than $58 million as of today's date.
Is this a case of Fred just saying, look, let me try to get what I can? So he submitted a lower number?
No, it's kind of legalese. Fred Goldman originally submitted a maximum claim of $117 million. As you guys know, this started in a California state court, and Fred is basing his $117 million off of that California state court decision. But Fred Goldman also filed a Nevada claim in 2021. That's where OJ lived. That's where he died. That Nevada judgment was still valid, and that Nevada judgment at the time it was filed was only $58 million. So we're going to start with the $58 million, and we're going to calculate up to whenever it's satisfied. And I will go through and try and get a computation to today's date. So that 58 million could really turn into 80, $90 million very easily after I finish the computations. And I'm just being realistic here right now. From the time or even before OJ got out of prison to probably about a year or so before he died, internally in Camp Simpson, there were several plans to come to Fred Goldman and say, hey, Fred, we can do this deal. Let's split it up. But then there was always something that happened. There was always some statement that was made. Some ego was wounded, and then the deals just dropped. So there were plans. There actually were internal efforts to say, let's try and cut a deal with Fred Goldman. And you're right. There's nothing else to describe this other than acrimonious. What has changed now is the law has changed. The law has changed, and I'm the executive of the state. Yeah, it's a toxic situation, and nobody ultimately is going to win. But their debt is acknowledged, and they will get the lion's share of whatever it is after I finish paying the statutory fees.
A whole bunch of money, honey. Oh, we have a comment. That estate is as solid as Vivica's BBL. Oh my God. But yeah, so that was it. He said a lot, but all in all, he said that they don't have it, but they gonna try, and they know it could get up to 80 million because of all their interest and shit. Rich people problems, honey. I don't think I'll ever. mm, Knock on wood. Maybe one day.
You
Who
don't want them
knows?
type of problems.
You know
Mm-mm.
what? You're absolutely right. I do not. And we have a comment. All goes to the lawyers. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I got 3 more stories left.
Oh
Um,
boy.
just a heads up, y'all, the next 2 are sad stories. This first one, and I hate it when it comes to, like, my trans sisters, honey, and it's an epidemic of them being killed. I hate it. I hate it. Hashtag stop killing black trans women. Stop. I hate it. But, a TikTok star was unfortunately murdered by her boyfriend. Are y'all and I don't think that y'all are familiar because, I was barely familiar, and I feel like, she was for the young gays, like the young girls, the young fresh tuna, but it was a rapper by the name of Girl La La La, and I don't know if y'all are familiar with this person, if you've seen her on
Oh,
TikTok.
she's beautiful. Oh.
Yep, and you should see where it says TikTok star Girl La 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 dead at 21, boyfriend arrested for the fucking murder. And when I tell you it's fuck him, and then I'll share, after I read the story, I'll share my screen and y'all can see his mug shot. But fuck you, you bitch ass nigga. But Girl La 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 was shot and killed over the weekend in Florida following an argument with her boyfriend that allegedly turned violent, and a well-known rapper has stepped in to help cover funeral expenses. According to the Broward according to the Broward Sheriff's Office, homicide detectives are investigating the fatal shooting, which took place in Lauderdale Lakes Friday night. Deputies found Girl La 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 in the front passenger seat of a vehicle, suffering from gunshot wounds. She was transported to a nearby hospital where she later died. Excuse me. Authorities say the suspect, Girl La La La's longtime boyfriend, Shanoid White Jr., was arrested at the scene and the firearm was recovered. Investigators say the couple had been involved in a verbal argument that escalated into a physical altercation inside White's car. White was arrested and is currently held on a charge of first-degree murder with a firearm. Girl La 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 was a beloved figure within the South Florida transgender community and was widely known for her TikTok videos, often featuring her rapping along to songs by rapper JT, whom she was a dedicated fan. In the wake of her death, JT donated $5,000 to a GoFundMe campaign created to help cover Girl La La's funeral expenses.
Mm,
Girl La La was 21 years old, and may she rest in peace. May
21.
she rest in peace indeed, honey, and
Oh,
condolences to her family and her friends who no longer, have her here with them because of some stupid ass fuck nigga who wants to shoot people. Like, "Oh, you stupid bastard." And, this is him. Y'all should see I just shared my screen. This is the mugshot, which should be coming up soon.
femicide is really, really just out of control right now. It's too much.
Agreed, and it really when I tell you it really pisses me off, it pisses me off, honey. Okay, there you go. So, this is that stupid motherfucker right here. This is his mugshot.
What that chin strap ass having
Stupid
piece of
ass.
shit ass motherfucker? Mama should have flushed his ass down the toilet. That's how I feel about that.
Mhm.
Because for you to just
Again,
ugh,
hashtag stop killing black trans women. Well, hell,
Mm,
stop killing them because them femicide numbers, just like Chill said, honey, like all the femmes, all the women, all the everybody who presents as women are in danger, and it's sad.
they really are.
it really seriously. And I was thinking that. I was like,
A lot of women
the
dying.
femme community in general, cis, uh, trans, even feminine, males, the, these hetero or non-hetero but masculine presenting males, whatever they want to be called, they are the weakest link all the time,
Mhm.
all the fucking time. It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous indeed. Well, this next story I wanted to go over because now I am personally not familiar. I've heard the name before of the Kessler twins.
Mm.
Chill, are you familiar? I think they were even a little bit before your time from what I was reading about them.
What do you
The
mean?
Kessler twins, have y'all heard of them? The Kessler twins, it
No.
was a famous dance duo that featured twins, and they used to dance with she used to dance with Frank Sinatra, or excuse me, they used to dance with Frank
Oh,
Sinatra and all.
I saw the
no.
story. I'm not familiar with them.
Doesn't sound familiar, but what happened? What's going on?
Well, they actually died together due to I guess a suicide pact that they had. And you shall see where it says here by way of TMZ, famous entertainment duo Kessler twins dead at 89 years old on the same day. And I found this story to be very interesting. Twins have an understanding that we will never have. But Alice and Ellen Kessler, German twin entertainers who performed together and rose to fame in the 1950s and 60s, have reportedly died after choosing to end their lives together. According to the German news outlet Bild, the former dynamic duo died at their home near Munich, Germany by assisted suicide. The
Oh, he must have been
publication
sick. Mm.
Probably. Yep, the publication reports the Kesslers no longer wanted to live and they had chosen to end their lives together.
Mm.
Authorities were reportedly alerted after they died. In Germany, assisted dying is allowed in certain circumstances following a 2020 ruling by the country's highest court, which found people have the right to end their own lives and receive third party assistance as long as their decision is being made freely and without outside pressure. Last year, the Kessler twins told Bill they wanted their ashes placed in the same urn and be buried alongside their mother and their dog. The sisters became famous for their singing and dancing, and throughout their illustrious careers, shared the stage with legends like Frank Sinatra, Fred Astaire, and Dean Martin. Dubbed the nation's legs, they were fixtures on Italian TV shows and even appeared on American staples like The Ed Sullivan Show and The Dean Martin Show. Alice and Ellen were 89, and may they rest in peace. And then they ended with, if you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, help is available. Call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. But yeah, I found that to be very, very interesting.
Well, I just read recently where a famous artist, it was a woman, who did the same thing. Um, she just decided she was like, and I think it was in Germany as well, some or at least somewhere in Europe, where she just was like, "Yeah, this is when I want to die," and she did it. She wasn't. It wasn't like she was sick or soon to be dying or anything. She was just like, "This is when I want my end date." Thanks.
Now, Auntie, I was around during that time, but I was a child.
Said I was still a baby.
I was still a kid. So
Look, I
now
don't want to assume anything, honey.
I don't know these women. Now I may have seen them because I used to watch the Ed Sullivan Show. That used to be a family event, when that would come on.
Oh,
Families would be around their TV. We would watch the Ed Sullivan Show, but I mean, I was a child. I don't remember them specifically.
oh. We have a comment. Ed Sullivan was a real one.
And TV was an event. I mean, it wasn't until, I mean, I guess modern, you know, once we got out of the 90s and the early 2000s, I mean, TV was, you watched it with your family.
Yep, you did. Wasn't but what, three channels?
Right. And everybody, especially you guys are, if y'all was going to be watching the same thing because everybody wanted to see the same thing.
Hmm.
I actually
Yep.
remember, I'm sitting here thinking about this story about the assisted suicide, and when y'all was talking about TV, and I watched that Golden Girl special that said their pilot episode had over 20 million viewers, so that means families were sitting around that TV watching.
Mm,
But, they actually had an episode about, well, one of Sophia's friends, y'all probably remember if you're a fan of the show, but one of Sophia's friends was tired of living, she got tired of being ill, and she asked Sophia to assist her with, committing suicide. So, and Sophia just she couldn't do it at the end. So,
And I think, that was and I don't remember what year that was, but in the late 80s and 90s, there was the big controversy with Dr. Kevorkian doing that. And I don't know if that coincided with what was going on in the times that they were talking about that in America about assisted suicide. And that was a very big hot topic for a few years.
Yeah, he came later though. I wonder what
Was it
he.
later?
Yeah, it wasn't quite this early.
It was 90s? Was it in the mid 90s?
I'm thinking more of the '90s. Don't make me tell a lie, but yeah, I don't think he was around in the '60s.
Oh, the 60s. No, I was talking about Golden Girls episode
Oh, oh,
where they addressed that. That's what I was talking about.
internet.
mhm.
We didn't have no damn internet. Imagine a house where the internet connection only allows one device.
It
Yeah, the
really
TV
did.
was the internet.
And then when we had dial up, yeah, it really was one device. What are y'all
Oh,
talking about?
Right.
oh,
We had
the
to dial
millennials,
the
honey,
house phone.
and the Gen Xers, and yeah, we had to live that, honey.
Like who
Get
who
off the
the hell in
phone.
here saying that? Who said that?
I need to use the phone. Get off the
Okay.
internet.
Not just one device, one it was holding hostage to everything.
Baby, the
Who
way my
said
mom used to
that?
curse me out, she's like, "I told you to get off that internet when I'm not there," because we were missing a bunch of phone calls.
Right. They be trying to
Hmm.
call y'all and can't get through.
Knock you off, knock you right on off, and you get right back on.
Oh
Who
boy,
said
we
that?
are the
We got a little
pioneers.
Gen Z in here. What's going on? Who said that?
Yes, go ahead, favorite Taurus.
I was doing my research in my auntie voice, and I was looking up assisted voluntary elimination. I'm not sure if yeah, it is actually legal in 12 states. assist.
Oh,
It
Yeah.
wasn't legal when Kevorkian was trying to do it because they didn't they lock him up.
Let me look it up. I'm right
Oh
here.
yeah, no, he went to jail multiple times for doing it. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So to Miranda's earlier point, it was between his egregious acts that happened between 1994 and 1997.
Hmm.
Yeah, I do remember that being a very hot topic in my youth about assisted suicide.
Yeah, in the states, I think it was more
Mm-hmm.
progressive in Europe, like you say, but here they didn't want to hear that.
Mm-mm. And I think he was, and I think another reason why it was very prevalent in my region because he was actually in Seattle.
Oh, okay.
If I'm not mistaken, he had lived in Seattle, so it was very prevalent.
I just don't think. Do y'all think if put it and knock on wood, and hopefully we will never have to be in this situation. But do y'all think I don't think I can do it if somebody like if one of my loved ones like what they did in Sophia and the Golden Girls. I think I would be just like Sophia. I don't think it in the like, baby, you're gonna have to get somebody else to do it. I can't. Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, to do it,
I
no.
think I think it depends on what they mean by assist. Like just be there while maybe they take an overdose of something, as opposed to you physically doing something to end their life. I think really it depends on how it's done.
I know for certain instances of assisted suicide. I don't know why I know this, but it's a medication that essentially stops your heart.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Hmm. I feel a little torn because of a personal experience,
Mm.
and um, in some cases, and I think in my last situation, I almost feel like I was assisting because when someone has cancer and in a lot of pain, you have to give them when they're transitioning, you have to give them a lot of opioids
Drugs. Yeah.
and to the level that it would kill anybody else. And like but it's a high level of pain medication that you have to administer.
Yeah.
Um
I
Now if
feel
somebody
you.
just said I don't want to be here, like they were just going to commit suicide in general and there were no health issues, I don't think I could be a part of that because again, I I'm moving into the mental health field and depression and that type of thing. I feel like if we really work at it, we could probably get you to a place where you don't feel like you want to die. I'm not saying for everybody or anything like that because I mean just the thought of death is a permanent solution for temporary things and it's so when it comes to mental health, I'm a little leery of something like that, but if you are dying and in a lot of pain and you're already headed in that direction, I feel like I could be more sympathetic to that, especially experiencing someone transition. So that's my thought on that.
And thank you for sharing that. And we have a comment. The twins may be in their last stages of their health. No different when you have someone close and you have to make a call to honor their do not resuscitate mandate. Oh,
Oh
good
yeah.
point.
Oh
Go ahead,
yeah.
Shelby.
It it touched me what you said because now in these days when your loved one is on hospice because of illness, you're the one that does have to administer those drugs. I mean, I went through that with my dad, and
Mhm.
pretty much I felt like I was assisting
Mhm.
his
Because so
death.
much you have to give them, right?
Right. But I mean, he was dying. So, I mean, I felt like I was preventing his suffering, but you were assisting. People with depression generally commit suicide on their own. They're not going to
Mhm.
ask
Mhm.
for assistance with that. I think the suicides that Kevorkian was doing, those people had chronic illnesses and
Or
suffering, and while they may
yeah.
not have been near the end of their life, they didn't have a good quality of life necessarily.
Mhm.
So I think mental health and physical health is really, like you say, two different things. People with depression and mental illness, they're not going to ask for help. They're going to just do what they do, and
Mhm.
then you'll find them. So I mean, maybe in some cases they would, but the cases that I've heard of have been just physical, suffering.
Mhm. Yeah, and a lot of those people that he was dealing with were chronic pain.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they were terminal,
Yep.
and they just didn't want to continue to, um, you know, go through
Right.
that. Which,
They weren't dying necessarily, but they were suffering.
mhm, yeah. So it's a very touchy subject, and I feel like if you are lucid and you know this is what you want to do, and you choose to end your own life, I'm not. Who am I to say no? You can't do that. I'm not saying I would like it or anything like that, but like these women, I don't know their extensive history or anything like that. They could have been sick. One could have been sick, very sick, and they didn't want to be alone. That could have totally been a thing, and they were like, "We're just gonna go together."
Mm-hmm. Seems like they're very close.
Hmm. So um, yeah, that just really put. Maybe I'll tell y'all after recording, but
Yeah.
it just really puts a vivid memory that was said to me with somebody passing away, and it really breaks your heart how much pain people are in.
Yeah.
So, it's a very touchy subject.
Yep, I know it was. So, and that's why I wanted to thank you for even sharing or even going there. So, go ahead, favorite Tori.
No, I'm okay with moving on. I don't think we should harp on it anymore.
No, okay.
Well, the next sad story.
Well, no, this one is not sad, just kind of yeah, like I'm gonna end it on uh not so sad and touchy subject, but for real, my birthday twin hun and people is
Oh,
digging in his
don't
ass
claim
because he,
that. Don't claim
no,
him as your birthday twin. He do
it is
good.
what it is. We are both birthday twins, and he reps being an Aries to its fullest, just like I do. So I mean, it is what it is. But and not just him. We Juicy J also has our birthday. Colin Powell. So yeah,
Okay.
we got some cool people.
Hmm.
But y'all should see I just shared here by way of hot new hip hop. Pharrell faces backlash after explaining his hatred for politics. Stupid. Anyway.
I just want to comment real quick. Cool with an asterisk.
Oh, now wait a minute, man. And we have another comment, polarizing Aries. Well, this
They getting your
polarizing
shit
Aries.
together. They getting you together.
Well, another polarizing Aries, Pharrell, says that he hates politics and that supporting either party is supporting division. He shared his thoughts during the fifth annual Black Ambition Demo Day at Sacred Space Miami on Friday. At the event, he was presented with the key to the city. I hate politics. I despise them. It's a magic trick. It's not real. I don't believe in either side because if you're on either side, you're supporting division, Pharrell said, as caught by the Miami New Times. We can't just be the inspiration for American capitalism. We need to start capitalizing on that. When the neighborhood talk posted a clip of Pharrell's comments on Instagram, uh, debut ensued. Excuse me, debate ensued. My bad. Debate ensued. He ain't wrong. Neither side is truly for the people. They're both paid by the same people that lobby against us. If the people want change, we have to change it, one user wrote. Another countered, once someone say they hate politics, that tells me everything I need to know for real. One more added, why do people talk when they are so out of touch? Stop talking about something you're not fully educated in. Jesus. I felt that,
I
girl.
know it did. Look, okay, thank you. Just say you don't understand it and just move on.
It's not the first time Pharrell has explained why he tends to abstain from talking politics. Back in 2024, he said that he doesn't quote unquote do politics while speaking with the Hollywood Reporter. He said at the time, there are celebrities that I respect that have an opinion, but not all of them. I'm one of them people who says, "What the heck? Shut up. Nobody asked you." He added, when people get out there and get self-righteous, they roll up their sleeves and shit, and they are out there walking around with a placard. Shut up. So no, I would rather just stay out of the way. And obviously, I'm going to vote how I'm going to vote. I care about my people and I care about the country. But I feel there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and I'm really about the action.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Just tell Khalees that then.
Oh, wake it up. Wake it up, honey. And you
Hmm.
know what? This is the same shit, the same pattern of shit that I saw when it came to Denzel Washington.
Oh,
Um,
don't tell me stop. Don't even say that. Let's not talk about it. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
I don't look, and he is our favorite actor, honey. He is a lot of our favorite actors. He's kind of like the uncle in our head, but no, it's going to come out that this man is a Trump supporter. There have been too
Do
many
not
times.
look. Stop. Look.
I'm
Stop.
telling you. Because and you
Stop.
know what? You know who he told, just like Pharrell, he told it to the Hollywood Reporter as well. So the Hollywood Reporter be clocking y'all too, and y'all don't even know it. But
Auntie, I'm begging you, stop. It's too late in the game for me to find this out about him. Go, don't do this.
I know, honey. I'm sorry.
Ah,
I hate to, I ain't the news. I just read it, and just like Pharrell, Denzel was talking about that both sides. Oh, they both
don't
no,
do
I,
it.
bitch.
I just want it on record that he ain't none of my uncle, and if he ever left Paula, I'm on that
Oh,
like white on rice.
wake it up.
I did want to say, well, he ain't my uncle, but okay. Not the way I was lusting after him when I was younger. Mm-mm.
Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
It is crazy to me how people that look like us can walk around in such delusion and have such privilege that they believe that they aren't affected by what's going on in
Mm-hmm.
our country in particular, considering how folks like him who have created arts that have been uh, a huge part of a lot of our childhoods, adulthoods, what have you. And the people that are affected the most are the ones that have supported him all this time.
Mm-hmm.
And
Preach,
to
Will.
say that is
Mm-hmm.
essentially a slap in the face to all those people that helped him get to where he was, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like Pharrell is like the beneficiary of any type of nepotism. Like he got it from the mud, as the kids. Like I'm not sure if the kids still say that, but I'll say from the mud, like some people like to say. And to be so detached
Mm.
and unaffected from having empathy from folks who are either experiencing or still experiencing the same to some extent, it is crazy.
You're preaching today now. Come on now. Come on.
Like, and I hate to. I want to make a parallel. Something that I saw recently as well. Since he is a part of the music industry, we're seeing a lot of like the people that have created some of these iconic and timeless music to be some of the most problematic people imaginable. Not just R. Kelly. We're talking about the producers as well. Rodney Jerkins
Oh
is
God,
another one.
yes.
And Pharrell is falling in line with that. And it's like, oh my God, who else at this point? Like, are y'all all pieces of shit? Well,
I'm not. I'm
we
not
know,
black. I'm Pharrell.
right,
You know how that go.
right. Well, and speaking of Khalees, they don't fuck with each other because Pharrell essentially messed over Khalees and what have you. So it's just, it shouldn't be surprising at this point. However, it still blows my mind how people, you know, can operate like in such delusion because they have acquired a certain level of wealth, not understanding that much of that was done on the backs and on the labor and on the support of people who do not have that. You know,
You better wake it up. Go ahead, Libra Queen.
I just wanted to say, I want some people who say they don't care about politics or have hatred for politics to just not say nothing at all. That would be helpful.
That
You could
part.
just
That
you could just
part.
abstain. You could just say no. I don't talk politics and leave it the fuck alone. Also, I also need the South Florida area mayors and things to quit giving the key to the city to people. I just really need them to to check themselves. Cause why everybody got a key to the city? That nigga not even from the city. Don't do nothing really for the city. Why are you giving him a key to the city? I really, I got questions. And at this point, the city not safe, okay? Because anybody can
Okay.
get up in that bitch. Um, so yeah,
Look.
that's it.
Okay,
Look, I don't
Quinn.
want
That's a
to say
word.
anything, but you a Florida native, so you can say it. But I'm just like, are they just giving these keys to anybody? Look, Kodak Black got two. So,
Look here, honey. They tossing them keys out like Skittles. Shit. Uh.
Happy says two things in the chat. She says, I may just sue for real for him using my name in his song. Yes, girl, go after his ass because the way that we had to suffer through that fucking song for 2 years straight, we all need compensation, honey. We need to file a
Mhm.
class action quiet as it's kept.
Mhm.
Happy asks a good question. What does it mean to have a key to the city? Now, I don't know exactly what it means. I do know that it's a very high honor, but let's just do a simple Google search. Let's see. What
Oh, I put
does
it in the chat.
It don't mean shit, but pomp and circumstance. That's all it is.
I put it in the chat
Oh,
for folks who want the definition. But
oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, so a key to the city is an ornamental. Oop, that first word already. A key to the city is an ornamental, symbolic award given by a city to honor an esteemed individual for their notable contributions or service to the community. Oh, okay, so nothing.
shout out to
A
And
nothing
again,
burger.
I just want it on record. What has Pharrell done for the city of? You know what? Give it to whoever they want. At this, you get a key, and you get a key, and you get a key at this point.
well,
Look,
based on the site that we operate in, Quinn, you probably gave a whole bunch of money or some shit.
probably
Yeah.
somewhere. But Kodak, I mean, at least Kodak was handing out coats and stuff. He has done stuff for people in the
Mhm.
projects and stuff, even though he is not all the way with it mentally. I'm gonna just say that, but at least he did that. I mean, he has been known to do that. That he ate that one little thing, and that's it. It. I
That's
mean,
it.
when I say it, that's it.
And let me not say a key to the city is nothing because when my hometown of Durham, Bull City, North Carolina, gives me a key to the city, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, thank you. You shouldn't have."
And you're gonna be
Oh,
acting a goddamn fool. And I run this shit.
y'all ain't better tell me a thing, honey. Go ahead, favorite tourist.
Well, Miranda, correct. Gentle correction. Actually, Kodak Black was eating chicken in the middle of the street. So there.
And was, and it said we have a comment. Pharrell donated a bunch of things to Shake, I think. Oh, okay.
But that's a whole nother city. That's all. And I can see that, but yeah. But that ain't Miami, though.
Apples and oranges. Yeah.
Mm. Well, y'all, that was all the tea that I had for us today. So before
Really?
we head out, did anybody have any tea that they want to share or any tea that I might have missed?
Ooh.
Nobody
Will?
care about your 10 nickels.
My baby. Yeah,
Take
my
that shit over
man.
there. Take that shit over there.
Not too much on my man, honey.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, thank you for taking time out of your busy day to
Uh-oh.
come.
Will put his hand up. Will?
It can wait. It can wait. You can close out the show until I'll wait till after.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. We will be back tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time for another live show. Until then, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Bye.